Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4. As you have probably guessed by what you're seeing on the screen, we're doing another shell challenge this week. Today we are working on a shell challenge by Christopher. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, but they are over on Instagram. All of their socials and things will be linked down below. They are doing a shell challenge to pretty much celebrate reaching 200 followers over there, which is amazing. So please go and check them out and send some love. This shell challenge has its typical rules. Don't touch the walls, all that good stuff. But you can add usually platforms and porches and things of that nature. So right now we're getting the roofing pretty much together. But I believe there is some time still to do this build. The deadline is August 31st, so if you like the shape of it, definitely go and check it out. I will always recommend doing a shell challenge, especially if you're in a bit of a builder's rut. It definitely helps. It takes away some of the pressure of trying to figure out what to build, and I absolutely think that helps me a lot too. But I've been having a lot of fun with shell challenges recently, so I hope you guys are enjoying watching them. We are here in Chestnut Ridge, which is the world that came with the Horse Ranch expansion pack, which I do want to say real quick, a quick disclaimer, I am part of the EA Creator Network. I know I usually have that popped up in the first part of the build video thingy, but some packs I do get codes for, and all of those are listed down below if you are ever curious. But yeah, that's that. Anyway, we are here in Chestnut Ridge, and I kind of wanted to do some kind of farmhouse build, and I thought, why not do it with this shell challenge? Kind of like the last one I did. I had wanted to do something run down, and then now I'm like, I want to do a farmhouse, and this was super fun and super, I guess, it wasn't quick. I should say that. I spent a lot of time with it, as maybe you can see, because this video is topping out about 30 minutes long. So one, I hope you guys are comfortable or working on something. Do you have a blanket? Do you have some coffee, some tea, some little snacks? Or are you working on something? I know I typically tend to be building or editing these videos while I'm watching either people streaming on Twitch or building over here on YouTube. I actually posted that on Twitter, or X if you want to call it, that my brother the other day was asking me, have you seen this show? Have you watched this? Have you seen that? And besides House of Dragon and a few of like the must-have watches for me, I don't typically explore anything new these days, and because all of my free time, the little free time that I do have in my life, is spent building in The Sims 4 or editing these videos and watching other people build in The Sims 4. It's really funny. A little bit of a hyperfixation, but honestly, I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't change it for the world. You would think I would get sick of it, and I don't. And I mean, I don't always watch like full on Sims 4 videos. I tend to fill my watch later list with a mix of things. One, obviously, speed builds, usually like let's build, build challenges, let's plays. I like to watch a little bit and try to, you know, get some of those in my rotation, but also like other creators that I do like I know I watch Smosh a lot, and oh gosh, it's usually Smosh to be honest these days, but that's just me, and pretty much anything that catches my eye on YouTube I tend to put on in the background. Anyway, I guess I could easily do that with TV or movies, but I like it this way because then I at least get to support other creators in the Sims community, and that's honestly my favorite part. But anyway, we have the exterior pretty much like figured out as far as the decoration like or the color scheme goes. It pretty much stays like this with the light brown and the whites and the black roofing. I think it looked really cute and really matched the like farmhouse aesthetic that I was trying to go for. This is actually my second attempt with this shell, trying to turn it into a farmhouse. I had another version that leaned more heavily into like the darker colors, and I just kept sitting back and looking at it. Like, I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So because I felt that way, I was like, I'm gonna scrap it and I'm gonna try again. And then this is what it came out to be, and I absolutely loved it. So right now we're figuring out the landscaping. I wanted to be very mindful of the landscaping, very demure. I'm just kidding. Or am I? I feel like in the past I've done a lot of like overgrown and landscaping that's everywhere. And maybe you can call this one a little overgrown. I don't think it is too much. I feel like it's more tame and more intentional where I'm putting bushes and things. I have this debug fence around that is from the Horse Ranch expansion pack as well. And I end up putting some like base game bushes, kind of like, it looks like they grew through the fences, kind of like they merged a little bit. So that was fun, and I thought it was a cute little detail. So maybe you guys like it as well. You guys are gonna just have to let me know, okay? Let me know all of your thoughts and feedback in the comments down below. I really do like it. And hey, while you're at it, why not feed the algorithm and give this video a little thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. All of those things really help a video out and perform better and all of that good stuff. So, you know, that's just my little silly plug for today. But yeah, we are now just pulling out all of the debug items. I really leaned heavily into obviously the Horse Ranch expansion pack because we are in that world, and also Cottage Living because I feel like those two packs really pair very well together. And I do end up putting like an animal shed in the back, so I didn't have too much room to build like a full stable, but you might be able to fit one back there if you'd rather have a horse. But I thought it'd be fun to have either a cow or a llama, and it's so fun. I haven't done that in a while. I love the cows and llamas in this game. I really do. I haven't played with them too often. I actually took the time to play test this build, so I did add a llama into the animal shed back there, and I had to like figure out a few tweaks and things, and even still cleaning the llama, not the shed, the llama itself was a little tricky because I do have a lot of clutter back there that I wasn't ready to give up. But if the llama stands in just the right spot further away, you can definitely clean your llama. But we're going to talk about my play testing adventure a little later, because now we've moved on to the backyard where we're adding a little pond because ponds are cute. And I felt like in a build like this, you just need a body of water because there really isn't anywhere, you know, one anywhere near here. And I almost thought about using like the round pool tool and stuff to get this shape, but in order to get it to a place where like I want it to be, I would have had to put the round pieces on a diagonal, and that doesn't work. So I opted for good old terrain tools, very classic. There you would have seen me trying to build out a shed, or like a roof shed, like an open shed for a horse. So you can see the bed definitely would fit here, and you can definitely make it work if you want to. I just chose to go this other route because I don't know. I just liked it. And then this is the part I really had fun doing. And this is really why I think I love the Cottage Living expansion pack. Is one, all the debug items are just, they're so good and they're so cute. And I guess my little heart, I just love the cottagecore aesthetic apparently because I really love decorating with it. And I don't know, I had a lot of fun with the overgrown and kind of making it look a little lived in there. So it was super fun, and I feel like now I'm stumbling over the words, so I'm going to stop talking about that for a little bit. Anyway, it's funny now that I say it that this video might be a little rambly because I know I talked about it in the last few videos, guys, but once again I am doing a voiceover before bed late at night. It's not too late, it's like almost 9:30 p.m. where I'm at, but I keep doing this to myself. It just keeps like happening this way for some reason, and I don't feel too tired right now. The last couple of voiceovers I felt like I was pretty tired, But also I think this past weekend I got a ton of sleep. There was a night I think I took a nap, and I don't typically take naps. So I got off work. It was a Friday night. Got off work, had dinner, and I was like, we ordered pizza. And then I was like, I was just so tired. And I was tired before the pizza, but I think that plus the pizza and all the carbs and stuff really put me in like a food coma and feeling very like lethargic. So my boyfriend and I took a nap. I was in bed for like 2 hours and then we were up, but I could have like taken the time to play and build and maybe work on some video editing and stuff. But I said, no, I think my body's telling me to just slow down for a day, you know, take the rest. You need it, you deserve it, you work hard, yada, yada, yada. So that is my PSA for today. If your body is telling you you're tired, please listen to it. It really does help. I feel so much better after I did that. I feel like I was like maybe a little sleep deprived, and I mean, you need to take care of yourself, and I really need to do better at doing that as well. But anyway, I'm not gonna lecture you, because what really ended up happening is after our nap, we just relaxed and watched a movie, and it was super sweet. And I know I just said like I never watch movies and stuff, and I don't, and I almost chose one that I've seen before until my boyfriend's like, let's watch something new. So we ended up watching Lady Bird, which was actually a fun movie. So if you're looking for something to watch and you haven't seen it, but wow, I am just like plugging all the things today, aren't I? Anyway, it was much needed, and I'm going to stop talking about that now because I feel like I've been talking about it for too long. Here we are adding stuff to the pond. We are getting a couple of different variations of ducks. Now, I always have this issue with the ponds, usually if they're small like this, where the animal like activation little guys, I don't know what you call them, but they tend to float. And then I guess if you're going for a certain look and maybe an occulty things, it would be cool if your ducks and swans and gators are just floating above the water. But that's not what we were going for today. So I used a tool mod by Twisted Mexi to select them and lower them so that they're laying flat on the surface of the water, so that when we're in live mode or live mode, which ones do you guys say? You're gonna have to let me know. But when you're in live mode, I say live mode, then they're not floating and it doesn't look weird. There are a few things I didn't get to play test, and one of them being this mailbox. I know sometimes the mail carrier will be like, I couldn't reach your mailbox, so I just kind of managed to throw it in there, and so that might have to be moved. I didn't play long enough in the game to like actually test it and wait for mail. I also didn't test those planter boxes over on the side, which I don't think should be an issue because it looks like there's plenty of room, at least to me over there, but there's also plenty of room for you guys to move it around if it for some reason does not work. But this build is already up on the gallery. My gallery ID is Symtherin, the same as it is here. And fun fact, if you follow me over on the gallery, then you'll be like one of the first to see builds before the video even comes out, because I will totally forget to upload this at the time the video comes out, and usually when a video comes out, I'm nowhere near my PC or computer to the point where I could do that right away. I'm usually either at work or maybe I'm working from home, but even so I wouldn't be able to like just stop because sometimes it gets busy. Or I'm out running some errands. That's just kind of how my schedule works. So yeah. So just a fun fact. And I am trying to make it a habit to playtest more. So I actually playtested my last two builds, which is yay me, super fun. And honestly, I'm really glad because in both builds I saw some issues. For one, we're working on the bathroom now, and we are pairing a base game wallpaper with, I think, the tiling from, I'm pretty sure that's from For Rent. And we're gonna like move around the layout of the sink and toilet in a little bit, but the sink did not work. Both sinks, the kitchen and the bathroom, and I'll talk about the kitchen in a little bit when we get there. But the bathroom one didn't work. I thought it was maybe because of the clutter on top. No, I don't think that was it. There was a trash can that I put next to it. Also, no, not it. Um, it ended up being like, I did end up getting rid of the trash can and kind of moving the sink away from the wall a little bit, or the counter and sink away from the wall. And I guess it was just shoved in too much into the wall for some reason. Because I alt placed it so that it wouldn't like merge with the window and look kind of funky. But whatever I did worked. So yeah, it's functional. The shower is functional, the toilet's functional, the mirror is functional, this whole bathroom is functional. Yay me. Let's just ignore the fact that the shower is up against a window here. I didn't want to move it from, because it looks good from the exterior, but I felt like this was probably the best possible scenario, or like best possible window for this scenario, because you can kind of hide it. And then here I'm noticing that this shower has the same like tile patterning as what did I just say? But it has the same it starts with an H, that title, or that word. The pattern of the tile, please don't mind me, as one of the ones that came with one of the kits. I can't even remember. Is it the bathroom clutter kit? No. It came with something, okay? You guys know, or, you know, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe someone else knows. But I decided to use that to pretty much blend in the shower. But enough of the bathroom. We're moving on to the living space. I liked having the stairs here with kind of like the natural wood-esque like tone. That wallpaper came from also Horse Ranch. So, and the wallpaper in general is going to go through some changes in both the living space and the kitchen space. So bear with me as I figure that out. But I knew I wanted to get a TV in here and have a nice little cozy space as you walk in. We get a mirror here and definitely plenty of plants because you know me, I love my plants. I mean, but what simmer doesn't love their plants? For real. Anyway, let me stop laughing at myself. Here we are getting a large coffee table, which I do not do very often, but it was the best way to fill up space. I did struggle with picking a sofa here, and I think I end up sticking with this one from Parenthood. And in all of my years and hours playing this game, I don't think I've ever used this couch. I never felt like I could make it work, but for some reason it did here. I think the black accents really worked with the windows and the doors and the white obviously, but we do add some pillows. I got that pillow we got with the home live event thing that The Sims did a while ago, which I'm still curious if that's ever gonna come back. It was like a one and done, which wouldn't surprise me because that's kind of how The Sims roll. Sometimes I feel like they do one thing, test it out, and it either works or doesn't work, but they never do it again. You know, kind of like pack refreshes, hint hint, or even townie makeovers. They haven't done one of those in a while, so you know, that's just an observation. But yeah, this living room came out pretty cozy. I did get another like cow plant head hung over the archway just to kind of bring in that like ranchy farmhousey feel. I don't know, I thought it was cool. I didn't really have a particular like sim personality in mind for this home, so you guys are gonna have to let me know who you think would live here because I have no idea. I don't know, I was just kind of just decorating for fun and going with the flow. Sometimes once I get decorating, I'm like, oh yeah, I have a perfect picture clear vision of the sim who might live here. But not for this one. But I don't know. I'm adding a little grandfather clock here and those like antique-ish looking picture frames on the wall. Kind of give it that little homely touch. And I really liked kind of combining some more of the modern type furniture pieces with some old furniture, and I feel like that's like Farmhouse, you know, because there's modern Farmhouse and then there's Farmhouse, so maybe this could be more considered as a modern Farmhouse, maybe. Maybe I'll title it that. I don't know. We will see. I haven't gotten that far yet. But here is another little seating area, which I did not play test, but usually these work. At least in my experience, they have. So if not, I don't think it's too big of a deal because all of the other couches and chairs in the living room work. So you still have plenty of places to sit down in there. Here we are now moving on to like what I'm calling the kitchen, dining, office space because it's like all in one here. So first I thought about putting the kitchen and cabinets wrapped around in this little nook, but I moved it to that other nook kind of at the back of the house with that large window, and I thought it came out super cute. Now, I did have some issues with getting cooking and cleaning up to work in here, and that's because I'm doing this thing where I'm merging the cabinets to kind of center the sink, and I feel so bad because I have done that in so many builds. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So many, almost a lot of them, like almost all of them probably, because I like the look of the centered sink under a window, but it wasn't working. And I couldn't figure out why my sim could make her franks and beans on the stove and then all of a sudden just couldn't do anything else. And I'm like, it was stuck on the stove. I'm like, okay. She also set the place on fire, which was a lot of fun, let me tell you. I was like, I was making her cook and cook and cook and try to figure this out why it wouldn't work. And then I was like, don't you dare start a fire. And then she started a fire. And I'm like, thank you. You're the best. So that was fun. But she was able to extinguish it. And we went on from there. But I loved putting this little wheel flower decor here kind of on the window and kind of add that little bit of a decorative touch and add some color in here. I thought it really brightened it up. And of course the two little sheep kind of facing that window too. I thought that was a cute little detail. But when I play tested this, the sink does move over. You're not going to see it in the tour or the screenshots because I play tested after I did all of that stuff. So you are just going to have to trust the honor system. My honor code, I swear I'm not a liar, or I hope I'm not. No, I'm not. I would know if I'm a liar, wouldn't I? Unless I'm lying right now. But no, I fixed it, I promise. So your sim can do that. But besides that and some issues with the llama in the backyard being in the trash can and not being able to kind of clean them a little bit, that, you know, everything else pretty much worked, which I was really happy about. At least anything that is very important for your sim to survive. So here we are just getting some more kitchen clutter. We've got our good old cutting boards. I was like, I almost couldn't figure out what the name of those were. But now we're moving on to our little office nook over here. And I don't know, maybe the sim works from home or they do something, but I feel like it is very important to have an office space in any sim home. So yeah, it's good for skill building, for fun, for researching things, for jobs and all that good stuff. So here we are with that. We have some more bookcases in here. We're shoving a lamp and our good old skinny legend dying out plant. We love her. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm really starting to get a little sleep happy. This is a long voiceover, you know, but on this back wall, I end up grabbing this Eco Lifestyle shelf because I don't use it clearly, like nearly enough. It is gorgeous. And I thought it fit pretty well back here. And we're just going to put some clutter on top of the bookcase. And on the desk, we get the Cottage Living, like little typewriter looking computer, which I think is super cute. I would love something like that in real life. I really would. But it's like a tablet maybe. I don't know. But we're just going to add some clutter here. And it takes me a minute to figure out how to lay it out. But we get it all looking, at least in my opinion, pretty cozy. I think office spaces should always be cozy and a little cluttered because my desk is always cluttered. I'm literally looking at it now and I have a pile of books, I have a pile of mail, some tissue, some little knickknacks. I have my little Harry Potter Funko Pops and my little llama and my little mini cow plant and my Switch, and I have my Slytherin snake Build-A-Bear that my boyfriend got me last year, which I absolutely love, and he's got a little sorting hat on there, and it'll actually sort you. It's so cute. Anyway, now I'm gushing, but here we're just putting some little decor just to kind of fill up the space. We have another chair, another little seating area, your trash can, some plants go on this windowsill, I think. And then, ooh, I like sizing down these big plants and kind of making a little centerpiece on the table there. But I also get like a mop bucket, I think that came from the horse ranch. And I sized it down one bracket, which you can do without mods, and that's as long as you have like move objects on, I think, and testing cheats enable true kind of triggered. You should be able to hold alt and the end bracket to kind of go down. No, end bracket is to go up. I'm sorry, the open bracket. That's what I mean. But that's just a little trick for you simmers out there who are getting into building, I guess, or maybe don't know. But here is our bedroom, which I am calling very demure. I'm sorry, I've used that twice in this video. I kind of have a like ongoing joke at work with some coworkers about that trend going on right now. It's kind of funny, so it's in my head. But yeah, this is the last room that we are working on today. So if you guys stuck it all the way through here, thank you. You guys are the real MVPs. And if you haven't already, make sure you're doing all the things like liking this video, commenting down below. I think I asked a question earlier, but it was so long ago I can't even remember what it was. I'll try and pin it in the comments down below. And subscribe if you haven't already. Would love to have you join our little family over here on this corner of this cozy interwebs. At least I try to make it cozy. I hope I do. Because the internet can be a scary and confusing and honestly stressful place. So I think it's very important to remember that there are parts of it that are good and spread kindness, love, and positivity and all of that fun stuff. And we just have fun, you know? That's all it is. It's life. No need to be too serious all the time, you know? But anyway, that's a wrap for this video. I do have a video tour. We are bringing those back, so this is our second one. Let me know how you guys like it. I did something a little different in there. So if you're paying attention, you'll see it. Hint, hint, you better check it out. But I also kind of alluded to it already. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for doing all the things. And I will definitely catch you guys, I hope, in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Bye.